All right, I'm going to start scooching towards the wall on my tuchus. So if you are joining, you have your mat. You have your mat up against the wall. One blanket or one towel. I have two for convenience. If you have a second blanket or towel, roll it up like so. I'll get a little bit closer so you can see. So just a roll like so. We're going to use that for a little support in one of our early postures during this practice. But this is a yin practice. This is 30 minutes. This is going to be resetting the nervous system, stress relief. We'll do a little cooling breath. For people who are hot and flashy like me, the idea of relaxing and cooling is really attractive. But anybody can join this practice and have benefits from it and feel good. So just get ready for basically 30 minutes of nap time. All right, so mat is against the wall. I'm choosing to start by sitting on one of my blankets, and I'm just going to lean up against the wall. Really comfortable, really casual. In my case, my hands are on my knees. You could put them in the lap, wherever's comfortable for you. But go ahead and let the back of your head touch the wall. Close your eyes and just breathe. Just really simple. Inhaling and exhaling. And if you need to scooch back against a little bit to sit a little bit taller, go for it. But I don't want you rigidly tall. I want you to sit tall so you can take a deep breath. But this is going to be a very passive practice, so feel free to kind of slump a little bit against the wall. Let's take a few more breaths. See if you can practice lengthening the inhales and exhales. So we're going to stretch the breath before we stretch our bodies. Go ahead and take one more big inhale. One more exhale. Good, and then go ahead and blink the eyes open, and we're going to do what's called Chandra Vedana, which is a pranayama. It's a breathing practice. And if you have a deviated septum or anything that makes it difficult to breathe through your nose, just continue to lean against the wall and breathe as you were. If you don't and you want to try it, you're going to put your hands into the Vishnu Mudra, which I'm not very good at. You're going to bend the two fingers down, thumb out, fingers out. If this is just like, no, you don't want to do it, do the shaka. It works for me every time, okay? So, sitting up against the wall, we're going to go ahead and bring our shaka or a Vishnu Mudra to our face. And we're going to start by blocking off the right nostril. I'm going to start to sound like I have a cold. And I want you to start to inhale through the nose. Inhale, inhale. So we're inhaling through the left nostril. Pause. Block off the left nostril and then exhale out the right nostril. Nice and slow. Pause. Switch, block off the right nostril, inhale through the left. Pause. Block off the left nostril, exhale out the right. Pause. So just do a few more rounds here. We're not going to do it for very long. But inhaling through the left nostril, pause. Exhaling out the right nostril, pause. And just learning this breath. And this is Chandra's moon. And so this is considered a cooling breath. If we did it the opposite way, it would be a Surya Badana, which is a sun, Surya sun. So it would be a warming breath. But we're trying to cool down. We're triggering the parasympathetic nervous system as we inhale through the left nostril, right side of the brain. And relaxing. Go ahead and do another round. Exhale it out. You can go ahead and bring your hands back to your knees. Blink the eyes open. And let's move into our first posture. So we're going to do a supported Baddha Konasana. So to do that, I'm going to stay on my blanket because it feels more comfortable for me. You are welcome to move that blanket away though. And you're going to bring the soles of the feet together. And if you're more limber, And pulling the heels really close to the body feels great, feels comfortable. There's no resistance. Do it. If you're feeling a little tighter through the hips, you can go ahead and bring the heels a little bit further away from the body so it's more of a diamond shape. And you've got your blocks, or you've got your pillows, or you've got your books, whatever you need, but you're going to create the stack of your choice. And so I'm stacking a few blocks. You can even put a blanket over the blocks to soften the landing for your forehead. But I want you to let your arms just relax. And you're going to let that forehead come to the block and allow the weight to rest completely. So just close your eyes. I'll go back here for a moment. If you look up and I'm not doing what you're doing, it's just so I can sit up and stay awake and continue to teach your class. So let that head rest. Let it feel supported. Feel the muscles in the back of the neck begin to relax. And then hopefully you'll feel that start to wash down your back and down the arms. Maybe feeling a little heaviness in the palms. And just stay here, inhaling and exhaling. And you can let your breath be natural, but still be mindful of it. So we're not looking for an ujjayi breath. We're not looking for the really, fiery breathing. Just a simple inhale and exhale. Just be mindful of whether or not that's a smooth breath or if it's becoming a little bit ragged. If it becomes ragged, you just need to back up a little bit, maybe lean up against the wall, close the eyes. You can even lie down. I have a battery pack, it's a little bit tougher. But just breathe here. So recognize as the minutes pass and your body gets a little bit more adjusted to the posture you're in, you're welcome to deepen it or lessen it if you like. If you want to go deeper, you can push the blocks further away, or you can bring the heels closer to the body, or you can even remove one of the block if you've got a bigger stack. And for less, you would just bring the blocks closer, create a higher stack, or even just pull your head up entirely. Going into our last minute here. All right, start to take that last big inhale through the nose, big breath, but keep that head on the block. And then as you exhale, I want you to feel that last bit of heaviness, that last bit of weight here as your body completely relaxes into this posture. And then you can go ahead and bring your hands to your sides, start to support yourself as you bring your head up last. And you're just going to move the blocks to the side. Good. And if you like, you can straighten out your legs, give them a little shake if you need that. If not, stay as you were. And then we're going to move into the next posture. So we are going to come away from the wall for just a little bit. I'm going to show it to you from this angle, but you're going to essentially be with your head and your feet towards the wall because we're going to scooch against the wall. But this rolled up blanket, so you probably have the largest roll up right now, and that's fine. Just know that you're always welcome to adjust as you see fit. But you are going to lie on the roll so that it comes right across your shoulders here. Just a really simple chest opener. So you're going to lie back. I like to keep my knees bent to start. I feel the roll right across my shoulders, and then I'm just going to let my arms come to my sides, turn the palms up, and let the head fall back. And then if it feels good, if you want to, you can straighten those legs out. Now, if you find that the roll's a little bit too much, just unroll it a little bit, and you will have a smaller roll, and you will have less of an arch in your back. But just start to drop in here, close the eyes, and I want you to be able to relax here. So if you need any last minute adjustments to your arms, to your legs, but then lie back, let the head relax. Again, arms you're welcome to place wherever you like. I am suggesting arms at the sides, palms up on the roll, because it's just going to create a very small but effective over these next few minutes opening for the pec minor, which often tightens as we're in our computers and our laptops or over our phones. So change as you see fit, but that's why I'm suggesting that. Good. So eyes closed. Breathe. Now, if you find as you rest, or as you try to rest maybe, if it's difficult to drop in, and your thoughts are racing by, just start to practice disengaging emotionally from those thoughts. So those are stories that you're observing as they pass by. Let them pass by, and then just come back to resting. Don't try to stop them. Don't try to make them go away. Certainly don't get frustrated if they keep popping up. Just acknowledge them and let them be on their way. They can come back later. Each inhale, a little bit more depth. Each exhale, a little bit more weight. And as the minutes pass, if you find that there's discomfort in your neck, you are welcome to bring an additional pillow to support the head. You can bring one of your blocks nearby to support the head. Again, you are the authority of how you feel, of how your body feels in this moment. And so as we rest, we also have this really beautiful opportunity to take stock of where we are in this moment. And as you take stock of where you are, practice observing that state without judgment. They're neither good things nor bad things. They are just the state of being where you are right now. Even if it's negative emotions, it's not a bad thing. It's just the state of where you are right now. You're not invited. for just a little bit longer. If you find that you're fidgety, take this last opportunity to adjust, to maybe find something a little bit more comfortable. Thank you. All right, start to take your last big inhale. Last slow exhale. And then you can start to bend your knees, bring the soles of the feet back to the mat. And you can turn to either side. I want you to very mindfully, very carefully roll off of your roll. And you're going to start to slowly push yourself up to seated, but not too long, I promise. So we have a guest teacher who's joined us. Apologies. You got to move for a second, buddy. Okay, so I'm going to show you first, and I will forewarn you that there's like no cool or graceful way to do this. But you're going to take that rolled up blanket again, and this one you might want to start with it on a little bit less of a roll, but I will let you decide what works best for you. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to turn towards the wall, and I'm going to get my booty as close to it as possible, and I'm going to bring this blanket behind me because where it's going to rest is right here on my lower back. You got to move for just a second, buddy. I know. You can come back. Not that fast, though. Okay. So put your butt up against the wall. You're going to put your legs up the wall. You're going to bring the blanket to your lower back. And then you're going to let your head fall back and hope that your English bulldog isn't there. Good. So with your legs up the wall, you're going to bend both knees. And then you're going to press into your feet to start to lift your hips up slightly. I want you to bring your right foot to your left knee and then let the hips drop back down. So you're in a figure 4 here. Left knee is bent. You can straighten the left leg for less stretch. You can bend it deeper for more stretch in the right hip. If you want a little bit more for the right side, you can always place your right hand against that right knee, kind of like a kickstand, to push the knee gently away from you. But wherever you're choosing to go, don't go into your deepest, biggest, most intense stretch. Again, we're here for a few minutes. And so you want to find something that you can rest in easily right now, that you can breathe in easily right now, that you don't have to screw your face up in to hold. The sensation will build over time. Allow your body that chance to recognize that it's safe where it is, and allow it to relax and accept where it is, and then you can start to find the deeper stretch. So staying where you are. That right ankle on the left foot. So again, practicing that slow, smooth, steady breath, which hopefully promotes a steady mind in you. And as the minutes pass, if you find you want more stretch, bend that knee a little bit more, prop the right knee away from you. If you want less, you can just straighten that left leg. You can even slide that right foot further up the leg. Taking this opportunity to practice what feels right in your body as opposed to what you think you should be doing. All right, last big inhale. Exhale it out. All right, if you've straightened that left leg, go ahead and bend it enough that you can press into the left foot. Start to pull your hips up. You're going to unhook the right foot, place the right foot back on the wall, and then I want you to drop your hips and just pause here for a moment. And so see, are there differences between the right and left sides of the body? If so, just notice what they are. Do you feel more open or tighter on one side? Do you feel longer or more relaxed on one side? And then with those knees bent, we're going to press our hips up again. We're going to this time bring the left ankle to the right knee and let those hips slowly come all the way back down. And so remembering what modification you might have started with on the first side, but don't feel beholden to having to do the exact same thing on both sides. So one side might respond a little bit differently. Honor that and make space for more of a stretch or less of a stretch. We all have imbalances in our body. So embracing all those things about us is going to take you a lot further than fighting yourself all the time. You got one body, man. Be nice to it. If you're predisposed to keeping the foot flexed in this posture, you're welcome to relax the foot a little bit for this class. But if you're more comfortable with the flexed foot, by all means, don't change a thing. Just continue to inhale, exhale. Continue to disengage emotionally from the stories. Think about letting that space between the eyes relax. last few breaths here. Start to take your last big inhale. Exhale out the breath. And then you're you're going to start to press into that right foot to lift the hips. Remove the left foot from the right knee, and then let the hips drop down once more. If you like, you're always welcome to hug those knees to your chest for just a moment. Find something that feels right for you. Good, and then staying where we are. This time you're going to let your legs come all the way up straight and a little bit further away from the wall because I've been moving to check on things. But your legs are straight up the wall, and your options are to start to let your heels slide out, and you can rest here in a wide-legged in a straddle. Another option is to go ahead and bend the knees, so almost the heels almost stacking above your knees and letting the knees drop down. That might be a really comfortable position for you, but play with it. You can be here if you don't like to go so wide. You can even come up higher. Find some place where you feel that you can rest. Again, we're never going for that maximum stretch. We're going to let gravity do the work, and we're going to let our body ease into what we're asking it to do. So as we've been here for a few minutes, if you want to adjust the straddle so it's less intense of a stretch, or if you want to bring the legs out wider or try a different position, changing maybe to knees bent if you had straight legs. Just enjoy the last few minutes. You're always welcome to change your mind as we move through these postures. You can start one way, try something and decide, no, I'm going to stay how I started. Coming into our last minute. See if you can let the head drop back a little bit heavier. Completely let go of any gripping in the legs. Start to take your last big inhale. Exhale out the breath. Now you have choices. You can start to bring your legs back together, and you could stay resting with your legs up the wall for Shavasana. You can start to move away from the wall very slowly, lying completely flat on your back on the mat to come into Shavasana. You can cover up with your blanket or your towel. If you don't have any more time, just slowly start to come out of this last posture and go back to your day, your evening, whatever's awaiting you. But if you're staying with me, start to find your favorite Shavasana position for tonight, whatever tonight feels like. Keep those eyes closed. Start to bring your awareness to the skin at the crown of your head, at the top of your scalp. And as your awareness comes to the top of your head, noticing that the skin there starts to relax. And that relaxation moves to the skin behind the ears, allowing it to drape back towards the mat beneath you. Feeling the space between the eyes smooth out and relax. The eyes feeling heavy in the sockets. Teeth separate. Jaw releases. Tongue touches the roof of the mouth and slides back. Neck muscles begin to uncoil and lengthen, allowing your head to get so heavy. Shoulders fall back heavy. Any constriction in the chest is gone, allowing your heart to beat softly and contentedly in your chest. Belly is calm. The muscles of the hips relax. Muscles of the thighs relax. Calves release their grip. And noticing this new softness move through the ankles, the heels, under the soles of the feet, over the tops of the feet, and out the toes as you come into your final and deepest relaxation. This is a short one. If you have more time, you're welcome to stay exactly as you are. Just when you're ready to come out of Shavasana, please move very slowly, very mindfully, with intention. If you're coming out with me, start to slowly deepen the breath. Start to slowly come back into the body by wiggling the fingers and the toes. And if it feels right, and if it feels good, you can reach your arms up and overhead. Get that first thing in the morning stretch. And then roll onto your side, whatever side you prefer. Bend your knees and rest your head on your arm like a pillow. Enjoying a final quiet moment before we move on. And then slowly push yourself into a comfortable seated position. You can come back to sitting against the wall if you so choose. Hands can be on the knees or in the lap. Just closing our practice with one final breath of gratitude. Gratitude for having 30 minutes of rest. Gratitude for French fries. Gratitude for whatever it is that you're grateful for in this moment. No judgment. But take a big inhale through the nose. Hold the breath. Lower the head to heart. Sealing in this breath of gratitude and acknowledging the heart's wisdom. And then slowly lift the chin, exhale, let it go. Slowly blink the eyes open, come back to the now. Thank you all so very much for coming to class. If you like this, I will be saving it on my YouTube channel, so you can always come back to it at any time. But yeah, thank you, and thank you for tolerating the guest teacher. But go forth and be awesome, and you all are so sweet. I hope to practice with you again sometime soon. So, mwah, bye.